Today I'm going to be diving extremely deep into the story of the youngest millionaires turned billionaires the United States has ever seen, Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen. From the age of 9 months old crawling across the Full House soundstage to the creation of their multi-billion-dollar empire, all the way to predatory Hollywood set practices they endured, I'm going to dive deep and uncover how these two twins amassed the fortune that Dual Star is worth today and the unfortunate pitfalls and dangers they faced because of it. Eating disorders, creepy countdown clocks, and a growing family rift. In the 90s, the Olsen twins were two of the biggest child stars on TV, but their lives became much more complicated as they grew up. In 1987, when they were just 9 months old, Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen became TV stars by playing Michelle Tanner on Full House. Since there were strict laws regarding the amount of time children could work on set, the twins alternated in the role throughout the entire run of the series. Without question, Michelle became one of the standout characters on the sitcom, as audiences couldn't get enough of her cuteness. You got it, dude. When the series ended in 1995, the Olsen twins continued their acting career, appearing in the short-lived series Two of a Kind and a number of twin-centric movies like Billboard Dad. While speaking to Marie Claire in 2010, however, Mary-Kate didn't have fond memories of her acting career and suggested that she and Ashley were, quote, little monkey performers for everyone's entertainment. She told the outlet, "I look at old photos of me, and I don't feel connected to them at all. I would never wish my upbringing on anyone." Gross countdown clock. One of the most disturbing aspects of certain elements of fandom involves the sexualization of child actors. It gets even creepier when online countdown clocks are created to celebrate underage celebrities turning 18, the legal age of consent. This happened to the Olsen twins, with at least 7 countdown clock websites launched for them. These websites, along with questions from the press about their sexual activity, didn't sit well with the twins. While speaking to Rolling Stone in 2003, Ashley spoke about being upset when journalist Connie Chung asked about the status of her virginity in an interview the year prior. She told the outlet, "I got really angry and defensive. I was like, that's personal. Why would you be asking a 16-year-old that question in the first place? That'd be so creepy. So creepy." In addition to this, Ashley revealed how devastated she was when photos of the underage pair in bikinis were published, stating, "My worst nightmare. I was crying hysterically. Personal lives exploited for money." Spencer Pratt attended the same high school as the Olsen twins. At the time, Pratt was still unknown, as his starring role on the reality series The Hills was still a few years away. However, this didn't stop him from making extra cash off of the Olsens by selling out Mary-Kate to the tabloids. As Pratt told Details in 2007, he snapped a picture of Mary-Kate drinking at a high school party and sold it to the highest bidder for $50,000. A year later, Mary-Kate appeared on The Late Show with David Letterman and discussed Pratt's temper in high school with the host. She claimed that the future reality star used to storm off the soccer field and argue with the coach all the time. He does not have a good temper. Pratt reacted angrily to Mary-Kate's comments, telling Us Weekly that she was the less cute twin. Years later, however, Pratt apologized for his comments, telling the same publication that he got, quote, caught up in trash talking. Mary-Kate entered treatment facility. In 2004, Mary-Kate entered a treatment facility to address an eating disorder. According to People magazine, her family and friends were aware of the disorder for some time, so her parents finally staged an intervention. Mary-Kate's representative, Michael Pagnotta, issued a statement at the time that said, "This is a challenge that Mary-Kate has made a decision to face. This is a challenge she will meet." In her 2010 interview with Marie Claire, Mary-Kate talked about her stay at a treatment facility, saying, "I think it's really important to be able to talk when something's wrong. I learned at a really young age that if you don't talk about it, it can drive you insane." False drug accusations about Ashley. It isn't unusual for celebrities to find themselves as fodder for tabloids. However, there's still a clearly defined line between gossip and slander. Ashley believed the National Enquirer crossed that line when it published a headline that read, "Ashley Olsen caught in a drug scandal." She subsequently sued the outlet for $40 million in 2005. In her lawsuit, Ashley alleged that the outlet caused damage to both her career and her reputation by implying she used drugs. Later in the year, the Inquirer published an apology to the Full House star. In its statement, the Inquirer explained that the article, which was about Ashley's ex-boyfriend Scott Sarciano's legal issues, had nothing to do with her. It read, in part, "The National Enquirer wants to make clear to its readers that, by its cover and headlines, it did not intend to accuse Ms. Olsen of being involved in any drug scandal." Mary-Kate's love triangle. In the mid-2000s, the Olsen twins enrolled in New York University's Gallatin School of Individualized Study. While attending the university, Mary-Kate struck up a romance with Stavros Niarchos III, the son of a Greek shipping tycoon. The couple dated for about 5 months. Drama struck, however, when Niarchos started seeing Paris Hilton at the same time. Upon learning the news, Mary-Kate was devastated, as one of her friends revealed to W Magazine. She subsequently dropped out of NYU. According to the friend, the affair was too much for the naturally reserved Mary-Kate. While speaking to W Magazine, she was pressed about why she wanted to leave the university, to which she replied, "I think we can all guess." As far as Hilton goes, in the same interview, Mary-Kate mentioned that while they had once been cordial with each other, they no longer speak. Mary-Kate's link to Heath Ledger's death. When Heath Ledger died suddenly in 2008 from an accidental drug overdose, Mary-Kate was one of the first people to learn the news. Diana Wolesen, the masseuse who discovered Ledger's body, speed-dialed the first number on Ledger's phone and reached the Full House actor. Mary-Kate reportedly stated she would send private security over to the room to investigate. But once Wolesen suspected Ledger might be dead, she phoned Mary-Kate again to tell her. Wolesen then called 911. The nature of the relationship between Mary-Kate and Ledger has long been speculated. According to People magazine's sources, they were not an official couple, but did enjoy hanging out together. Since drugs were found in Ledger's system when he died, officials wanted to question Mary-Kate about what she knew. Authorities claimed that Mary-Kate declined to talk unless she was granted immunity. Her lawyer Michael C. Miller issued a statement to the contrary, however, saying, "We have provided the government with relevant information including facts in the chronology of events surrounding Mr. Ledger's death, and the fact that Ms. Olsen does not know the source of the drugs Mr. Ledger consumed." Ashley's Lyme disease diagnosis. In 2015, news broke that Ashley had Lyme disease. Symptoms for the disease include skin rashes, joint pain, headaches, and tiredness. Lyme disease is generally easier to treat if it's discovered early on, but the longer it's left untreated, the more severe the symptoms can become. According to some reports, Ashley was diagnosed with the disease relatively late, so the illness made her feel sick for long periods of time. It also affected her work as a fashion designer. A source told OK, "When she does come to work, she looks haggard and disheveled, and she's often moody. Ashley's having a very rough time right now." Mary-Kate's messy divorce. In 2015, Mary-Kate married French banker Olivier Sarkozy. By 2020, however, the couple had split up. According to E! News, things then turned ugly between the two after Sarkozy canceled the lease to their home. From there, he instructed his lawyers to give Mary-Kate a deadline to remove her belongings from the house. The couple ultimately divorced in 2021. Even though the situation was less than ideal, Us Weekly reported that Mary-Kate possessed a strong prenuptial agreement, which ensured all of her business interests and money were protected if they ever divorced. Death of Bob Saget. In January 2022, Bob Saget died suddenly at the age of 65. Saget was best known for playing Danny Tanner on Full House, so his death came as a complete shock to Mary-Kate and Ashley, as they had a close relationship with their on-screen father. "They are really friends of mine. It's a gift." Saget's friend, comedian Gilbert Gottfried, told ET that the actor was very protective of the twins and kept in touch with them after Full House ended. Gottfried also said that Saget treated them as if they were his own daughters. Along with many of their Full House castmates, the sisters attended Saget's memorial service. They also released a heartfelt statement about him, which said, "Bob was the most loving, compassionate, and generous man. We are deeply saddened that he is no longer with us, but know that he will continue to be by our side to guide us as gracefully as he always has." Growing apart. As Mary-Kate and Ashley have gotten older, they've started pursuing their own interests and living separate lives. "We have 2 different bodies, 2 different hearts. I mean, we feel differently. Yet, These changes in their adult lives may have created a rift between them. According to OK, the sisters' relationship isn't what it used to be, especially after Ashley gave birth to her son, Otto, in 2023. According to the outlet source, Mary-Kate finds herself struggling to accept the fact that her sister is now a mother, since the two were much closer before. The source also alleged that Mary-Kate blames Ashley's husband, Louis Eisner, for this change in their dynamic. The source said, "It makes sense that she'd blame Louis because he's the one putting his foot down and letting her know the boundaries." The source also claimed that while Ashley feels sad about the deterioration of her relationship with her sister, her son comes first now. If you or anyone you know needs help with addiction issues, help is available. Visit the Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration website or contact SAMHSA's National Helpline at 1-800-662-HELP for 357.